Some of them have taken Viagra, madam.
After several back and forth arguments, Parliament eventually passed the bill which seeks to address different sexual offences prevalent in the country. The bill, for example, recommends that the offence of prostitution should be maintained on the law books, but it should be expanded to attach criminal liability to a person who pays for sexual services. However, according to Nicholas Opio, a human rights defender and lawyer, the problems of sexuality and sexual activity cannot be solved by laws.
First of all, when you elect the kind of MPs you elect, that's the kind of law you're going to get. That's the kind of law you're going to get. You're going to get MPs standing on the floor of Parliament discussing whether I can withdraw consent in the middle of a sexual intercourse. First, we must disabuse ourselves from this belief that sex work is not work and that it's bad. Because sex work is work. There are people who have elected to earn a living by providing sexual gratification.
Opio adds that the bill presents several human rights violations that should have been better addressed.
To what extent can the law legislate private conduct of individuals, especially of a sexual nature between two individuals in their home, in their room, in their private spaces? We enter into the realm of seeking to enforce laws we can't enforce. The second thing is this. The Sexual Offences Bill is a sneaky way of religious groups to reintroduce provisions of the nullified Anti-Homosexuality Act. Because let's acknowledge this for what it is. People are engaged in sex using all manners of body parts. What Parliament should be discussing is making it safe.
Trisha Twasima, a feminist lawyer, believes that the most important clauses of the bill were left out.
This idea that we can moralize issues, and many of the parliamentarians were arguing that we are a moral country, it goes against our cultures. It's first of all falsified. Number two, it doesn't actually address the root causes of the problems. The reason as to why particularly women continue to engage in sex work are what we need to be dealing with. You understand? So as opposed to just taking it into the law into our hands and imagining that these solutions, which by the way, tried and tested, sure they don't work.
Twasim adds that there is need to fully unpack why the majority of the legislators felt consent was an issue.
How can we be how can we jubilate about a bill which has taken away key components of consent, which we see are instrumental, right, in further protecting women, right? So of course, I'm glad that, the bill as was first drafted was fine. The subsequent compromises that we have made may not necessarily be gains for women.
We also sampled the opinions of different Kampala residents on some clauses of the Sexual Offences Bill.
Okukwana tekulina formula. Okujja mu gavumenti egamba ndi nakubisa pamphlet ze banasomangamu bw'oba okwana nti otandika oti n'ova ku page gundi n'odda ku eno. Awatali ekyo nze ndabanga abanyigiriza oludda olumu. Bana abakazi nabo bakulusanya abasajja.
The bill now awaits presidential assent before it is turned into law. Sandra Twinobrio, NTV News.